It was a warm summer night in Perth. A young nurse walked home after her shift, like she had 100 times before. She never made it back. No screams, no witnesses, no signs of a struggle, just silence. And for 20 years, that silence haunted her family, her city, and the cold-blooded killer who thought he got away. Perth, Western Australia, is known for its peace. Long stretches of beach, sleepy suburbs, and wide-open skies. But one summer night in 1999 shattered that calm forever. 25-year-old Lisa Gough had just finished a late shift at Royal Perth Hospital. She was a junior nurse, well-liked, kind, and always responsible. That night, she called her sister at 10:32 p.m. "I'm walking home now. Should be back in 20." She never arrived. The next morning, Lisa's sister called the hospital. No one had seen Lisa since her shift ended. She contacted the police, but the response was slow. "She's an adult. She probably stayed out." But Lisa wasn't the type. Her purse, phone, and ID were never found. Her bank account remained untouched. Search efforts began, but with no crime scene and no witnesses, the case quickly went cold. 3 weeks later, a bushwalker in the Gough wetlands noticed something strange: freshly disturbed earth under a eucalyptus tree. Beneath the soil was a shallow grave. Lisa was found curled on her side. Her hands had been bound. Her body was bruised and partially decomposed. There were no clear fingerprints. The grave was expertly hidden. It was the work of someone who had done this before. The Perth community mourned. Hundreds attended Lisa's memorial. A white rose was placed on every chair. But police had nothing. No DNA. No suspects. No motive. In 2000, a local tipster came forward. "Check the guy who used to work in landscaping at Gough Park. He knew the area better than anyone." His name was Daryl Merton, a 42-year-old former groundskeeper who left Perth just after Lisa's death. He had no alibi that night. But again, no physical evidence linked him to Lisa's murder. The case stalled. And Daryl disappeared, first to Queensland, then out of the country. Years passed. The file gathered dust. Lisa's mother fell ill and died in 2007, never knowing what happened to her daughter. In 2019, the Western Australia Cold Case Unit began digitizing old files. Forensic tech had evolved dramatically. A technician ran a degraded hair sample from Lisa's shirt through the National DNA Database, a process that wasn't possible in 1999. Match found. Partial hit. Daryl Merton's cousin, arrested in 2018 for assault in Queensland. Investigators quietly reopened the case. Daryl, now in New Zealand under a different name, was extradited. During interrogation, he denied ever meeting Lisa. But data from his 1999 mobile, long archived, placed him near Gough wetlands that exact night. In 2022, Daryl Merton stood trial in Perth Supreme Court. The evidence was mostly circumstantial: DNA, location data, old witness accounts. But it painted a chilling picture. He had knowledge of the burial area. He had no solid alibi. Lisa's injuries matched other victims in unsolved assaults from the 90s. The defense argued, no murder weapon, no confession, no eyewitnesses. But the jury saw through the silence. After 12 hours of deliberation. Verdict: guilty. Life without parole. Lisa's sister sobbed as the verdict was read. The courtroom was filled with quiet tears and relief. Today, a white bench sits at Gough Park, engraved with Lisa's name. "For the light you brought. For the silence that spoke." Every year, locals leave fresh flowers and notes. Some just say, "I remember." Lisa's story is one of tragedy, but also of justice, delayed but not denied. In the end, silence didn't win.